struck him out. Stand, baby! Let's play!
Welcome, everybody, to Safeco Field. This is Seattle Mariners baseball on a glorious Sunday afternoon, the finale of the series with the New York Yankees. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew on hand. Mariners trying to make a run, get back into wild card playoff contention, and they could really use a win here today. Giovanni Gallardo, his last 3 times out, coming out of the bullpen, making a start here today, and the Mariners hoping that he can give them 6-7 strong innings this afternoon, Mike. And I think he's up to the task today.
I think you're right. And again, using his fastball slider combination, he was more aggressive with his fastball coming out of the bullpen. And I think that's the reason why they put him back in the rotation. They want to see the same type of thing.
Another good crowd on hand. Clouds starting to break up. We had that marine layer earlier today. And Gallardo coming out with a 4-7 record, a 5.59 ERA in 18 games, 14 starts. So we'll see how he fares today against this lineup put up by Joe Girardi for the New York Yankees.
Good offensive club. They are 3rd in hitting, 2nd in runs scored, 4th in home runs. Clint Frazier hitting 2nd in the lineup, 2 for 4 last night. Pretty good speed. You want to keep him off the bases, especially since he's hitting in front of Aaron Judge. Judge has homered in the last couple of games, hit his 32nd home run last night. That leads the American League. And Matt Holliday, 343 hitter with 4 home runs against Gallardo in his career. For Gallardo, 14 starts on the year, a 4-7 record for him, a 5.59 ERA, and 87 innings. He has 65 strikeouts. Look at the defense for the Mariners. Even start in center field, it'll be Guillermo Heredia in center. Gene Segura still playing well at shortstop, and Carlos Ruiz will do the catching today. Mike Zunino getting the afternoon off.
Brett Gardner, 1 for 4 in last night's game, and as you look at Gallardo and what the Mariners hope from him, you and I have talked about this quite often during his starts. He always seems to have that one inning. If he can not have a big hiccup inning, he always seems, and when he does seem to settle down. The Cleveland example is the best one. He gave up the 4 spot in the first inning and then went 6 scoreless the rest of the way.
You know, you're right about that, and I think the main thing is this is a veteran lineup that he's going up against. They're going to make him work a little bit. So if he stays aggressive early, I think then he can expand the zone and maybe get some quick outs for him. So we'll see where he's at here in the first couple of innings.
Mentioned last night what a cliffhanger that was, as Nelson Cruz finishes it off with a game-winning RBI in the 10th inning. The Yankees got down to their last strike. How about Ronald Torreyes throwing his bat at the ball, getting a foul off? We haven't seen one of those in a long time.
On one of the best sliders we've seen this year off of Diaz, and barely gets a piece of it, and then gets the base hit on the very next pitch, which was a fastball to tie the game up.
That was
a lot of things
really
were happening in last night's ball game. It was a lot of fun.
It sure was. Well, here we go. Buckle up, folks. We'll see the Yankees again at the end of August. They go to New York, part of the long 4-city trip. Ready to go. There's Gardner.
Gallardo wants to be careful with him. Leadoff hitter, a lot of speed, and at least that's what he's known for. But you can see in 91 games, he has 16 home runs. He will jump on a fastball early in the count.
He hit number 16 in the opener Thursday night against Felix, leading off the 6th inning with the home run, and that was the only run Felix gave up in what became a 4-1 Yankee win. So here we go. Gallardo from the stretch. First pitch is down low, ball 1. Home plate umpire today, Tom Woodring. Crew chief Jerry Davis at first, Rob Drake at second, Pat Hoberg at third. Seager in on the grass at third. And the 1-0, and hit well, right field. Got carry, and it's gone. You know, sooner we're talking about home runs, and he leaves the yard on a 1-0 pitch. 1-0 Yankees. His 17th home run, RBI number 44. Wow.
The home run is a big part of the Yankees offense. Again, they are 4th in the American League in home runs, and that is the 17th home run for the leadoff hitter, Brett Gardner. Take a look at the pitch. Fastball, 89 miles an hour. Middle of the plate, and he barrels it up.
Yankees with their 140th home run. Not the start they were looking for. There's Clint Frazier, 2 for 5 last night. Swing and a miss. In terms of home runs, Houston leading the American League, followed by Texas, Tampa Bay, then the Yankees. See who came up with the home run ball. Well, he could tell all his, well, if he's from New York originally, he can tell everybody back home that he caught first run of the ball game. One and two. Clint Frazier getting a lot of playing time, and that's at the expense of veteran Jacoby Ellsbury. So a strikeout victim, home run and a strikeout to start the afternoon.
Poor Gallardo, his average fastball this year is at 92 miles an hour. Slider, curve, changeup. His best off-speed pitch has been his curveball. Opponents hitting just 213 on the curve.
You can hear the rise and excitement of the fans here, the Yankee fans. Aaron Judge stands in, first in home runs in the league. Total bases, slugging, on base, and walks. Second in RBIs and runs. And tied for sixth in batting. They stopped by Chooch.
Hit a home run last night. His 32nd on the year. Hitting out to right field.
And he hits towering fly balls opposite way. And of course, he had the mammoth shot that almost left the yard a couple of nights ago. Upper tank left field.
They're the leaders.
And home run given up by Gallardo, his 10th. Swing and a miss. 2-1.
It's a well located fastball. Started right off the outside corner. A little bit of run to it. Splits the edge.
Two and one, Aaron Judge.
His best fastball so far at 93 miles an hour.
That is something, watching him load and then uncoil.
For a big man, he has a short swing. He's a good hitter, period. Hitting 313. We talk about his home runs for good reason, leading the American League, but hitting 313 is an average.
Inspired by the .79 he hit last year, he said that is not happening again. Missed away, full count. Gary Sanchez on deck.
That's something else we've seen from Judge is he will take borderline pitches. It's rare to see him chase, at least in this series that has been the case.
First in walks in the American League. 3-2 pitch. Barreled up. Hit to right. Stayed in the yard. Caught by Haniger. Another towering blow to the opposite field, Mike.
You know, it's really built in for Yankee Stadium when you think about it. That's probably a home run in their ballpark. Up against the fence here. Another talented young player for the Yankees, Gary Sanchez, cleanup hitter stepping in, catcher for the Yankees. 270 overall, 14 home runs for him.
Coming off a 1-for-4 performance last night, Cano joined Segura and Seager on the left side of the infield. And Robbie positioned perfectly. Throws him out. Brett Gardner, with his third leadoff homer this season, put the Yankees on top 1-0 with the Mariners coming to bat. 25-year-old Caleb Smith taking him out for his first big league start. His second major league game came out of the bullpen last week against Minnesota. Let's take a look at the Mariner lineup that he'll face here today.
The Mariners fourth in hitting, fourth in runs scored in the American League. And for the Mariners, Robinson Cano, his 19th home run in last night's ball game, hitting third in the lineup. Cleanup hitter Nelson Cruz, a walk-off base hit for him, leading the American League with 75 RBIs. And Ben Gamel hitting seventh today. He drops down the lineup. A couple of hits for him, including his sixth home run on the year. Ben Gamel is fourth in the American League and hitting with a .321 average. For Caleb Smith, see what he did at AAA this year. 15 starts, 8-0 record, ERA just over 2. So really pitched well. Certainly earned the call-up, and now his first start of the season against the Mariners.
First pitch swung on and fouled off by Gene Segura. Look for a big day for Segura. 0 for his last 11. And that means a breakout's coming.
Take a look at the defense. Clint Frazier getting the start in left field, so Brett Gardner moves over to center field. And Tyler Wade getting the start at second base, his first start in the series.
Even with his 0 for 11, Segura still number 2 in batting in the American League. 332, Altuve at 352. Fly ball hanging up. Center fielder taking charge. Brett Gardner. One away. The one down here in the Mariners first. Caleb Smith out of Huntsville, Texas, went to Sam Houston State in that same town. At Scranton Wilkes-Barre at AAA, man, did he put up numbers. 8-0 with a 2.11 ERA in 17 games, 15 starts with 1 complete game. Here's Danny Valencia, 1 for 4 with an RBI last night.
I've seen this quite a bit over the last month when they face a left-hander. Scott Service will move Danny up and hit him second in the lineup. Against the righties, it's been Ben Gamel. For Smith, good fastball at 94 miles an hour, slider changeup to go with it.
14th round pick back in 2013. Give you an idea how his numbers went at Scranton Wilkes-Barre AAA. 89 and 2/3 innings, 64 hits, 29 runs, 21 earned, 27 walks, 91 strikeouts. 1-2 to Valencia. Two to Danny. A little off, missed outside. Mariners trying to come out of this series with a split. Yankees and Tampa Bay holding the top the two wild card spots. 2-2 to Danny. Keeps the at-bat alive. Kansas City a game back. Minnesota a game back. The Mariners 2.5 back. Mariners still have a series to play at Kansas City. They got to play the Yankees one more time. That'll be in New York in late August.
A couple of good changeups to Danny, able to spoil that last one, probably just off the outside corner. Changeup so far around 83 miles an hour.
Swing and miss.
Good fastball, 95 miles an hour.
2 down. One of last night's heroes, Robinson Cano. Gave the Mariners the lead in the 8th, leading off. And the first pitch from David Robertson, an old teammate. Mike, I think you'll agree that pitcher's pitch, outside corner, maybe even a tad off the black.
Yeah.
And he drilled it the other way.
Very aggressive. Look, their bullpen is really good, so you want to have a lead, and you can see David Robertson, which was as good as I can throw it. Tip your hat to a really good hitter, and that's absolutely the case last night.
We had the great look in the dugout. He and Gary Sanchez talking, and just the look of astonishment on Robertson's face.
Stunned.
Like, how did that happen? There's another. Not quite as deep as Frazier backs up with room. And the Mariners gone 1-2-3 in the first. 1-0 on a Brett Gardner home run. Seattle Mariners baseball and Root Sports being brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by CHI Franciscan Health, the Mariners' official partners in health. Learn to stay Northwest healthy at nwhealthy.org. 1-0 Yankees and a Brett Gardner leadoff homer. Here in the second, Giovanni Gallardo will face Matt Holliday, Didi Gregorius, and Chase Headley.
It's good to see Gallardo after the leadoff home run retire the next 3 batters, including a strikeout. Talk about Matt Holliday in his career against Gallardo. .343 average with 4 home runs. 16 home runs this year as a Yankee.
Nice addition to the ball club, veteran leadership and accomplishment. Going 2. Matt 1 for 4 with an RBI in last night's game. Be here tomorrow night, next 2 nights and an afternoon against the Boston Red Sox. Day off Thursday, then the Mets come to town for 3 games. Then the Mariners head off on the road again. 1-2. Season flying by. Today is July 23rd. Trade deadline on the 31st. Expect big doings around the majors these next 8 days.
You know what? Every year we talk about it, and we think that there's going to be, and it just doesn't really happen. So we'll see. I was actually surprised at things going on early so far. Maybe that is an indication, but I don't think there's going to be as much as everybody thinks. Everybody's looking for pitching, especially starting pitching, and I don't think there's going to be that much available.
Digging the shoes.
There you go.
Heredia. That works. Good Sunday look. Matches the cap. As we come to you above the A in Safeco Field, here's Didi Gregorius, the shortstop.
What a year he is having. .302 average, 12 home runs for the shortstop. Good player.
One for 3 in last night's ball game. Seager over a few steps to his left and both feet on the grass. That's hit hard. Right field. Haniger turned around, looking up. Gone. 2-0 Yankees. A home run power. The Bronx Bombers. Gregorius with his 13th home run and 43rd run batted in. A home run ball. A problem today for Gallardo.
Looks like a curveball out over the plate. Actually was able to get it to the outside corner. Pretty good hitting. Drive that ball out of the ballpark.
13 home runs given up by Gallardo. Here's Chase Headley, switch hitter at first base these days, now with Todd Frazier in the fold. Greg Bird still on the mend. Chris Carter experiment. 2 tries at that, and that didn't work. They cut him loose. He got re-signed by the A's. Came in as a pinch hitter in last night's game, went 0 for 1. Playing him to pull with Cano in shallow right field. Segura, the shortstop, well out on the grass. Clouds continue to break up here over Safeco Field. Headley didn't like that call from Tom Woodring. 3-1.
Something that he cannot afford to do. About the Yankees wanting to hit the ball out of the ballpark. 4th in the American League, already a couple of home runs, so you don't want to give them the free pass.
And the Mariners' youngest fans, they will enjoy summer fun here at Safeco Field next Sunday when the Mariners take on the Mets. 1:10 start time. All kids are going to get a custom Mariners fidget spinner, the perfect addition to their collection. So stop by Mariners.com for tickets. Todd Frazier, 351 career against Gallardo with a homer. Haniger's got this one under control. Some little extra carry.
A little breeze blowing out to right this afternoon.
So Gallardo will try to finish off this inning by getting young Tyler Wade. I walked right by him in the clubhouse and somebody said, "That's the Yankee second baseman today," and I thought he was one of the bat boys or something. 6'1", 185 out of Murrieta, California.
He's 28 at bats on the year. Hasn't played much.
.313 hitter at Scranton Wilkes-Barre AAA. Zagata can really run. He had 26 stolen bases in 30 attempts. .313 batting average, .389 on base, .453 slugging.
Just 3 hits at the major league level, 2 of them doubles.
Well, they're hoping he can be a super utility guy. Not as big as Ben Zobrist, but that's the type of player they're hoping he'll eventually be. And Zobrist's a big guy. He's 6'4", 6'5". 2-1. Two nothing Yankees. 2 outs. Runner at first. Base hit. Headley will get the third with these and dig it for second. This kid can scoot. He's got a double. His 4th major league hit and his 3rd double.
And that's another off-speed pitch. It's down at the bottom of the strike zone, but pretty much in the middle of the plate. Tyler Wade able to stay with it, digs it out, barrels it up down into the corner.
Here's Gardner again. See how Giovanni goes after him here. And a 1-0 pitch into the right field stands. Strike one. Check this location, Mike.
Another look at it, set up on the outside corner, more middle away. That was after missing with the first fastball. Gets just enough of it to hit over the 380 mark. Again, his 17th home run on the year.
3rd leadoff Jack this season. Off the fist. Cano with a scoop beginning. A run on 2 hits. No errors, 2 left. Go to the home second. Nelly Cruz going to lead it off. It's 2-0 Yankees. He's here on a beautiful day here in Seattle. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar. It's being brought to you by Mattress Firm. Coming in the next 3 days, the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox atop the American League East by 3.5 over the Yankees starting today. Then we'll take on the New York Mets, who are trying to get back to 500 over in the National League East. Then on the road again, Texas, Kansas City, and then home for the A's and the Angels, and that's the only homestand in the month of August.
Can you believe this is game 100 already?
I know. I was writing that down last night, and I said, you got to be kidding.
Yeah, 100.
As the Hoffer would say, Dave Niehaus, it's only going to get faster from here, pal.
What a huge base hit by Nelson Cruz in last night's ball game. Line drive into left field, game winner.
He got a good sound to it. How much carry does it have? It's going to stay in the park. Yep, not quite enough.
A little bit too high.
They hit 398, needed about 402.
It's a pretty good pitch to hit. Fastball elevated belt high out over the plate. Gets the barrel to it, but just straight up in the air.
Relief Caleb Smith. Speaking of looking at facial expressions, last night I loved some of the stills of when Heredia jumped on the Nelly like it was Christmas morning. Daddy, you got me the truck I was looking for. Boy, the joy in his face was tremendous.
The thing that I liked is Nelson didn't budge.
Yeah, right. Right. Good call.
Jumped on an oak tree.
He stood there with his arms open.
Yeah.
There come the Papa.
Yeah.
They didn't take a step back. One of the all-time good guys. Kyle Seager coming off an 0 for 3 last night. 13 homers, 52 runs batted in, 21 doubles. Shift on for him, Tyler Wade, new second baseman. He's up because Starlin Castro went on the DL with a right hammy problem. Second time Castro's been on the DL. 2-1 pitch. Up and in. This kid's stretched out. He's thrown a lot of innings. Some well-stroked base hit for Kyle Seager. Out of the box hard. Aaron Judge. Here's the throw, and it will not be in time. A leadoff, make that a one-out double by Kyle Seager. One-out double, his 22nd double of the season. And the Mariners building a threat here.
Kyle with a couple of doubles in the series so far. His fastball running the inner half of the plate. So hit 3 home runs on the road. All those pitches on the inner half. Glorious helped him out a little bit by able to get a glove on it. Otherwise, that would have hit him right in the back.
Haniger to center field. Gardner midway, 2 down. Two outs. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. Another guy, when you look at the pictures, you look at the video, the joy on this guy's face when he scored. It's his former team, slid home, tapped home plate with his left hand.
Slapped home plate.
Yeah, he did. Hard. Made a good throw to get a runner out at second, hit a home run, got a double.
It was a really good night for him and the Mariners. They really needed to get that win. He did his part.
I heard you and Aaron on the radio set talking about when he was scoring, the flow was working, right?
It was. He rounds the bases as good as anybody. Here's a look at the home run that he hit last night, his 6th home run on the year. It was on a breaking ball.
Yeah, he's a good base runner.
Yeah.
Off the fist down to Todd Frazier. And that will do it for the Mariners in the second. A lot of fans in the ballpark tonight. Or this afternoon, we've had good crowds the last 3 days. 2-0 the Yankees. You know where their sentiments are. It's 2-0 Yankees right now. They didn't have names on numbers during the Joe D years, as you probably know. Time now for a Geico This State MLB history. Back in '91, Junior Ken Griffey Jr. his first career grand slam. Got it off of Lee Gooderman, tall left-hander. Yankee Stadium 6-1. Mariners win it. 15 salamis for Ken Griffey Jr. 630 home runs. Funny having Mike Cameron up here yesterday. He was talking about how he's tracking Junior, and Junior's been all over the world. Greece, Italy, Chicago, Florida.
He's busy.
Yep. Hopefully we'll see him when we go to Tampa Bay. So fouled back by Clint Frazier. Frazier struck out on a 1-2 pitch first time. Frazier, Judge, and Sanchez 2, 3, 4 in the order. Been a good series in terms of drawing crowds here. First 3 games, total 115,445. Sellout last night. Gallardo gave up a leadoff homer to Gardner and a 1-out second inning home run to Gregorius for the 2 runs. So far, the Mariners have managed 1 hit. Yankees 2 runs on 3 hits. Fouled in Chooch's glove.
See that a lot from Gallardo, the high fastball. See the Yankees scoring summary, a couple of solo home runs.
Scott Service talking about Gallardo, said he'd like to see him continue to work up and down like he did right there. In his 3 successful stints out of the bullpen instead of trying to go east-west.
And he was more aggressive early in counts in the strike zone, which set all of that up. Be able to elevate the fastball and get him to change it or to chase it. Also had a pretty good slider coming out of the bullpen. We'll take a look at the high fastball. Well above the belt. Tough to catch up to it. His fastball this year has been 92 to 94 miles an hour. Every now and then he'll touch 95. Velocity has not been a problem for him.
Here's Aaron Judge, fly to right on a 3-2 pitch.
Oh, good pitch right there.
My goodness, can't get much better than that. I still prefer the humans over the machines umpiring behind home plate. I'll still take it. Good and a bad. 1-0. Jerry Davis said he didn't go, so 2-0. How about you?
I would say enjoy it while it lasts.
I hear you.
The game keeps moving forward. They'll still have the umpires out there, and they'll still be behind home plate, but the game continues to move forward. And
what do you figure, next 2 years?
I don't know if it'll happen that fast, but I think eventually it will.
2-0. 3-0 to Judge.
Come on!
Have to throw a quality strike right here. Gary Sanchez, cleanup hitter, waiting on deck.
Three-0 pitch. Guy leading in every category like he is.
No doubt about
that
it.
green light never left, never went off.
That's why I said he had to throw a quality strike, and he was able to. High fastball in the inside corner.
Three-one pitch. And he's aboard, as you mentioned. The leader in the league in walks, homers, total bases slugging, and on base. There's the list right there. What about Lomo? Lomo's having a heck of a year.
Having a great year.
Look at Morrison with 26 home runs. Gary Sanchez. Just to note, Aaron Judge 6 for 9 in base stealing.
You watch him run around in the outfield. He's a good athlete. 6'7", what, 270, 75?
They list him about 280, and I talked to him yesterday. He is ripped.
Good athlete.
I said, you can play hoops, you can play football. I said, when did you decide to play baseball? I said, I fell in love with baseball at T-ball. Okay. Played some wide receiver. Can you imagine that wide receiver in high school?
Bet he had no problem going across the middle.
A lot of safeties were going, oh, my hammy. Golly. Geez. Got a truck coming across the middle here.
Navani has made some pretty good pitches on the outside corner, maybe just off the edges, and he's not getting the call. Hopefully that'll change as the game moves on.
Cano up the middle. Outfield straight away. Big hole in the right side of the infield. But it's some picture at first base. Danny Valencia is a good sized guy.
He's a big man. Yeah.
Start getting into that 6'8" territory. Dave Kingman, Frank Howard. Dave Winfield's about 6'6". Did not go. 2-1. Sanchez, he provided a lot of oohs and ahs last year in New York when he arrived on the scene. 53 games last year, 299, 20 homers, 42 runs batted in.
Like so many hitters in today's game, especially the good young hitters. All of them have that leg kick. Everything started with that, lift that leg up in the air early, load up on their backside, and when they go to let it go, it's coming through there with some bat speed, trying to do some damage. So that left knee get up in the air early.
3-1. An elusive breaking ball. 3-2.
86 miles an hour.
On deck hitter Matt Holliday. Use a double play here. Runner goes. Pitch, swing and a miss. Throw down to second. And in there safely, Aaron Judge. But now we're going to get catcher's interference.
They want to send him back. Take a look at it. Another changeup.
Ooh, knocked the mask
knocked
off.
the mask off on the follow through. Yeah.
Oh man.
Another strikeout for Gallardo.
Gives him 3. There's 2 now. Big fella was covering some ground. There's Matt Holliday fly to center. "37 years old, Matt Holliday. Said he likes living in Manhattan. A little bit different for his kids being in an apartment building, but enjoying the change. He's 1-year deal with the Yankees. Like to continue playing. I don't know if it'll be with the Yankees. He hadn't really made up his mind.
It's been pretty good for him this year.
Real good.
Yeah. 16 home runs on the year.
And you can appreciate this, veteran presence, a guy who's done some things.
Yep.
Multiple times he's been an all-star. 3 times with the Rockies, 4 with the Cardinals.
At this point in his career, probably enjoys being a DH.
Two down with Judge at first. That is playable. Danny Valencia for out number 3. The Judge walk does not hurt. We go to the home third. It'll be Heredia, Ruiz, and Segura coming up. Gardner and Gregorius early on in the ball game. King Felix is going to be back on the Safeco Field Mound Tuesday, taking on the Red Sox. So make sure you come in, cheer him on from the Kings Court. Tickets are just $35. You're going to get a Court T-shirt, a Kings Court T-shirt, and a K card to boot. So go to Mariners.com/Felix for tickets. Really good performance he threw the other night against the Yankees, giving up just the 1 run.
That was great to see, just the solo home run.
7 innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, neither hurt, 9 Ks and 107 strikeouts. Here's already off the end of the bat, and quickly 1 out as Headley makes the play. Well, Hayes there wearing his Felix Hernandez official jersey and cap right down the left field line. Good to see all the kids in the ballpark here with school out, enjoying the great weather here in Seattle. Mariner backup catcher Carlos Ruiz swung the bat his last 3 games, 5 for his last 9. And a home run here. It was at Safeco Field. It went upper deck, left field. 1-1 in the count. Hit it hard. Woo, 8 up. Gregorius. And throws him out. Nice play.
Great play. That ball was hit right on the button. Sometimes it's tough when it's hit right at you. You can see him giving as much ground as possible. A little bit of self-defense.
I don't blame him.
Then a strong throw from his knees.
You saw the other night when Ryan Healy from the A's got cracked in the face. That was ugly. And that's why you're giving ground.
You bet.
That kid's going to be a nice player.
He's gonna be
he got smoked.
Yeah, very good player. Has a lot of power.
Bad hop. Man.
Need to get Gene Segura going again.
Well, for his last 12.
Things happen and he's getting his hits and on base, causing problems.
Come on, Gene.
I think that's the longest he's gone this year without a base hit.
I'm going to check. I'm going to ask JJ to check, but I think you're right. You have to be right. You don't see him pulling over 12. Look out.
No, 1 for 4 seems like a slump for him.
Yeah, right. Ooh, man, how to get to that? Right, at least once or twice a day we say that.
Sometimes he gets hits on that too. We've seen that before. Caleb Smith. Have to be impressed with him. Good fastball today. Topped out at 95 miles an hour. Excellent changeup. Haven't seen a slider as much.
It's going to be caught by Frazier. He's covered some ground out there during the series on 1-2-3 third. Caleb Smith, heck of an outing in his first big league start, his 2nd game overall. He's got a 2-0 lead. Brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. By Clearwater Casino. So many reasons to come out and play. And by Country Financial, helping you set up your future. Had a great day here in Seattle as the Yankees and the Mariners battle in Game 4. Mariners trying to come out of this with a split. Lose the first 2 games and then 1-10 last night. Beautiful day here as Yubani Gallardo trying to throw another scoreless inning. Gave up a home run in the first to Gardner and a home run to this man Didi Gregorius in the second. Didi followed by Chase Headley and Todd Frazier.
The series he's having 7 for 11 in the series, including that home run, his first time up.
This one's line right field and gone. Wow, what a good looking swing that was, and doing some damage. Third home run given up by Gallardo today. 3-0 Yankees. My goodness.
All solo home runs, 2 of them by Gregorius, the shortstop. First home run was on a breaking ball. This is a fastball again on the inside corner. He didn't miss his spot. That's where they wanted to go with it, but he cuts it off at the pass and gets it out of the ballpark, lines it into the seats.
14 homers, 44 RBIs for Gregorius. .349 feet, 0-1 pitch, just like he did the first time up. Exit velo 104. That's stung. Gap City. Guillermo runs it down though. Hung up just enough. Needed that. Good play by Guillermo Heredia. If you didn't already know, he can play some outfield. Time for a Big Fish Casino big catch.
Well, it doesn't matter where in the outfield. A lot of times we'll see him in left field, but he can play center field, cover a lot of ground. It's something that Scott Service talked about all the way back in spring training. Was very impressed with him, and the reason why? Effort and catches like this.
Gerard Dyson got an aching toe as a result of that crash into the wall in last night's game. He's going to be down for today and probably tomorrow as Todd Frazier singles to left.
Well, after seeing him coming out of the game, I think you'll take a couple of days at this point. We're hoping that it wasn't serious. We didn't know at the time, so hopefully it'll just be a few days.
I saw him in a clubhouse afterwards, and Dyson, I did, and he was limping around. I said, "You're all right?" He says, "Hey, man, I need a couple of days, but that's my job. I should have turned the glove the other way. I would have had it. So that's my job to go get that." I said, "That's a face plant, dude."
It was. There wasn't any room left. Great effort.
Nah, man, that's my job to catch balls like that. Sell out.
You have to like that attitude. That's the way he plays.
Frazier with a teasing lead at first.
One of the things that I said last night after watching that play for him, it was shocking to see him not catch it, because typically if it stays in the ballpark, he's going to catch it.
Tyler Wade, the hitter, brought up because Starlin Castro on the disabled list for the second time with a hamstring injury. Castro looked good in that first game. Frazier drawing another throw. One 0 pitch here. To Tyler Wade, who doubled on a right field line first time up. Most home runs that Gallardo has given up in a ball game as a Mariner, 3. Gardner leadoff homer and 2 by Gregorius. That will not be played. 2-1. And some hijinks in the dugout. That's Torres. They put like gaffer's tape on to signify the goatee and the eye black. I tell you what, did he do some damage last night?
I still don't know how he was able to foul that slider off from Diaz. Ended up throwing his bat at it. Was able to get a piece of it.
That was, as you mentioned, as we saw, a terrific pitch.
Very good. One down off the plate.
And Diaz left one up, and he drilled it to left field.
The next pitch was a fastball that ended up hitting into left field.
Going back looking at numbers last year, he hurt the Mariners with a couple of doubles. I believe both of them were at Yankee Stadium. The guy in the hood was Luis Severino, who was dominant in the first game, going 7 strong innings. Gallardo trying to get it out here. Could use a double play. 2-2 pitch.
Yes, right.
Counts run full.
Come on, Gallardo, that guy's hitting 138.
Brett Gardner's on deck. Frazier taking a lead, inching out, takes off, pitch, swung on and hit foul. Wind's picked up a little bit. The flags near the left field foul pole blowing towards right field. A very comfortable day here. 68 degrees at first pitch, going up a little bit. It's now 71. 3-2. Frazier runs again. Pitch swung on and fouled back.
Next pitch will be 8 in this at bat.
And Tyler Wade, 22 years old. Frazier back. A little closer play. I mentioned Wade was a good hitter. AAA Scranton, .313 batting average. 6 homers, 30 runs batted in, 17 doubles. Runner goes, pitch taken for ball 4. Third walk issued by Gallardo. And Mel Stoudemire Jr. has come out, have a few words, maybe make an adjustment or 2 or 3. MLB.com at bat is your #1 mobile app for live Mariners baseball. Stay connected with a fully customizable experience. Get Mariners home screen icons and app features, as well as game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcasts, StatCast, news, and more. So download MLB.com at bat today. Couple of runners on here. Texas Rangers behind Odor and Gomez go back-to-back home runs in the 8th inning. Come from behind victory to win at Tampa Bay 6-5. Third time for Brett Gardner. And we're only in the 4th. Homer and a ground out. Gallardo with 3 strikeouts and 3 walks. 2 on here. Fouled off.
And you mentioned the walks. He's had a walk in each of the last 3 innings. Been able to get away with it. The other 3 runs, all solo home runs.
The 0-1. This is all Giovanni. No action going on in the bullpen right now. 3-0. Giving up 3 runs on 5 hits. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Cano and Segura double play depth pitch. Broken bat ground ball. Shuffle to Robbie. Throws over and again. There's the double play. Man, did they need that. Timing's everything, right? Home run by Gregorius expands the Yankee lead. Danny Valencia coming up, followed by Robbie Cano and Nelson Cruz. Well, what we thought was an inning-ending double play. Joe Girardi challenged. It took 55 seconds to review, and the review overturned the call by crew chief Jerry Davis at first base. So the inning continues. 2 outs, runners at the corners. Here's Clint Frazier.
And you take a look at it. His foot clearly is down before the ball hits the back of the glove.
Frazier struck out twice today. Off speed pitch for strike. Two outs now, runners at the corners. 0-1 here from Gallardo. Hit to deep left center field towards the pen. Going back is Heredia. Makes the catch. Right on the track. But now the inning is over. A run on 2 hits. No errors. A couple left. 3-0 Yankees.
Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Of course, being the mother of 2 boys, I am used to all sorts of different punishments, like last night's wall of Gatorade right after the walk-off victory. All I saw was purple. Of course, that's kind of a la Todd Marinovich from 1990. No jerseys, no numbers, just purple. But the creativity of people online never ceases to amaze me, guys. This is literally unsuspecting completely. Because usually what happens, you know this in the interview, we start the interview, right? Because you got to be looking at the camera when you start the interview. And then once we get in the interview, I kind of turn towards the guy. I see it coming. I get out of the way. That's what we do. I get out of the way. You splash him. Ha ha. We all have a good laugh. But of course, I was literally just as I was taking it, they came with the big wall of Gatorade, and you can see it.
International renown, Angie. International renown. Good for you. and a new outfit, I hope.
You know what? I will say this, because all the time we see the guys getting splashed by Gatorade in this. All of a sudden you instantly have this ice bucket challenge on your hands, and it takes your breath away.
I'm sure
and you have like all these ideas in your head. Speaking of the culprit right there, Danny Valencia.
Right.
Although it was, I know where it came from, because Robinson Cano was on the top step laughing and cheering him on. So I know where the ringleader was. Well, but it takes your breath away. It takes your mind away. Like, I had all these great questions in my head, and then everything was just like, breathe.
Yeah, good point.
I bet.
Well, when I saw you in the clubhouse, you had recovered nicely, and I gave you credit. And I think the first thing I said, how cold was it?
Yeah, chest constricting cold. At one point in the interview, I asked Ben Campbell, like, are you as cold as I am? He's like, I'm freezing. Yeah. So.
Well, hang in there. All right, Angie, thank you. Leadoff single by Valencia. 3-0 Yankees. Robbie fouls one off. Cano first time up, fly to left.
Caleb Smith has been impressive this afternoon. Good fastball at 94 miles an hour. Just saw his breaking ball. Good changeup to the right-handers.
One of 2 minor league pitchers with an 8-0 record or better. Yankees. Ronald Herrera 8-0 with Trenton and Scranton Wilkes-Barre.
He definitely earned a call up.
Yes, he did.
There's just 2 hits so far.
The International League All-Star team. 1-1 here to Robbie. Broken back. Nope, that'll work. Danny had to make sure it didn't get caught by the second baseman Tyler Wade. Base hit. 3-0 Yankees. Big man coming up. How about a little bit of boom coming your way?
Ends up breaking his bat, but he'll take the base hit in on his hands. And Nelson Cruz with a chance to drive in some runs. Nelson leads the American League in RBIs with 75.
Didn't get enough of one first time up. He sent Gardner back to the track. He hit it about 398. It's 401. Call it 402 to clear center field. Caleb Smith out of Sam Houston State in a jam now. 2 on, nobody out. Nelly got a 3-game hitting streak working. Talking to some of the Yankee beat writers, guys I know for a lot of years, they said Gary Sanchez, because of his many visits, if they do restrict catcher visits to the mound, it should be known as the Gary Sanchez rule. Joe Girardi, catcher in his days, as was Scott Service. Slight breeze blowing left to right. Kershaw, apparent injury. That's not good.
Nope.
There's pitch to Nelly. Couple of men aboard. Nelly's a tying run. Dodgers have an insane record of 67-31. Braves have nipped them the last couple of nights, stopping an 11-game win streak. 1-0 here to Cruz. Advantage. Nelson Cruz 2-0. Valencia at second, Cano at first, nobody out. Yankees have hit 3 home runs, 2 by Gregorius, 1 by Gardner. 2-0 to Nelly. 3-0.
He doesn't seem too interested to throw him the strike.
You noticed.
Yeah. In the start of the AB, stepped off the mound a couple of times. Mentioned Sanchez going to the mound. I think it was because of that. And now he's been wide of the plate every time.
Probably should have just held up 4 fingers. 3-0. Well, you hear the crowd reaction. We feel the same way in the booth.
Looked like a 3-0 changeup. 84 miles an hour at the top of the strike zone. And Nelson tried to lose it. Yeah, he wanted to tie the game up with that swing.
Pitch here. So full count. First time the Yankees. Caleb Smith is facing off against the Mariners. His first big league start, his second big league game. Outfield deep. 3-2 pitch. Man, you mentioned bat speed earlier. That is some bat speed right there.
A lot of leverage to that swing. Obviously the power.
Kyle Seager on deck for the Mariners. One swing and this baby's tied up. Smith ready. 3-2. Walked it.
Baltimore 3-2 changeup. Great opportunity for Kyle Seager. Ray Rothschild, pitching coach, on his way out to the mound.
Make sure you cheer on the team, then round your way to home with a Sound Transit Day Pass. Learn more at soundtransit.org. Kyle Seager against lefty pitching this year. Make that 234. 3 homers, 15 runs batted in. Kyle's had a chance to get a good look at Caleb Smith. Now he's pitched Valencia, Cano, and Cruz. Kyle doubled to right on a 3-1 pitch his first time up. Chance to make something big happen. First pitch to Kyle. Oh, he got fooled badly.
He was guessing he was going to get a fastball, thinking Smith was going to try to get ahead of him. Instead, it was a slider in the dirt.
Kyle, career 246. Hitter against lefty pitching with 48 home runs in his career.
Chad Green getting loose in the pen for the Yankees.
He's going to have to throw a strike.
There's Green. Pretty good fastball.
Yep. Pitched a scoreless inning last night. Mariners this season, bases loaded, less than 2 outs, hitting at .362 with a homer at 51 runs batted in. 1-1.
That's the pitch you wanted right there. 94, inner half of the plate. It was right in Kyle's wheelhouse, and you can see the aggressive swing. This is a pitch he hasn't missed much over the last week or so. Good aggressive swing at it.
Valencia at third, Cano at second, Cruz at first. A 1-2 count to Kyle Seager. Mitch Haniger, he's on deck. And here we go, 1-2 from Smith. 2-2. Got a break. Best opportunity today for the Mariners. 2-2 to Kyle. 3-2. Got to come to him now.
Chased the first breaking ball, but since then he's been laying off of it, starting to pick it up. A good swing at the fastballs. Haniger waits on deck.
Make it happen right here. 3-2, bases loaded, nobody out, down by 3. Swing and a miss. Oh my goodness, at 84, struck him out.
Takes some guts to throw this pitch, but that's his changeup, 84 miles an hour. He misses with the changeup. Looked like that was a strike. If he missed with it, he'll walk in a run. Most pitchers, especially young pitchers, will go right at him with a fastball.
What a big out for Smith. Here's Haniger now. First pitch. Check the swing. One-0 pitch. Swing and a miss.
To the right, that's been his best pitch, the changeup. Changeup's been 84, 85 miles an hour. Fastball at 94.
Caleb Smith Trying to pitch his way out of a tough spot here. Haniger trying to do some work here. 1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's your Mariner base runners. Valencia, Cano, and Cruz. 1 out. 25-year-old Caleb Smith in his first big league start, second big league game. Long run for Judge. Foul territory. Gets it back in. 2 outs.
Well, now they need Ben to clutch up. Mariners were in a great situation. Bases loaded, nobody out. Now a couple of outs and still haven't scored a run, so they need a 2-out RBI from Gamble.
Well, he did his work last night. Scored 2 runs, went 2 for 5, drove in a run, had a home run, threw out a runner at second. If his old teammate scored the winning run in the 10th on the Cruz single. First time up today, grounded out to Todd Frazier at third. First pitch to Ben. And a little low.
There it is.
There's one. Valencia. Right behind is Cano. And Ben Gamble does some damage to the Yankees again. A 2-run single. The Mariners are back in it. It's 3-2 New York. Gamble picking up RBIs 34 and 35. Cruz to third with 2 down.
Going to jam a pretty good fastball, but he's aggressive on the fastball. You can see he hits it right off the pine tar. Probably helped the Mariners out. By getting jammed a little bit, it was easy for Cano to come around and score.
10-game hitting streak now for Ben. Tying run at third. Heredia grounded out the first. Hit deep to left, but it's hooking foul. The thing jumped and hooked, and another opportunity here for Guillermo.
Mariners are 1 for 5 hitting with runners in scoring position.
Good for Ben Gamble. 0-1 pitch here from Smith. That's hit well, and nobody's on a layup glove on it there. Tying run scores. Flying is Gamble. He's coming in. He scores, and the Mariners have taken a lead. Guillermo Heredia, 2-run double. 4-3 Seattle. Needed that. This young man is impressive. Joe Girardi making a pitching change. His rookie got him into the 4th, had the lead, and has just given it up for 3 Mariners here in Seattle. for blue skies, green grass, and Mariners baseball here at Safeco Field. Boys in blue are going to host the Red Sox. Special 12:40 start time. So enjoy great baseball under the summer sun. Pick up your tickets at mariners.com. Just had some good moments here in the fourth inning. Guillermo Heredia, two-run double, put the Mariners in front 4-3. That followed a two-run single by Ben Gamel.
Pretty good swing, nice level swing as he lines it into the gap. And talked about Gamel last night, rounding the bases as well as anybody on the team. Scores easily and pretty excited about it. Don't blame him. Mariners take the lead.
Carlos Ruiz to face Chad Green. All one. Chooch with a hard hit ground ball that almost ate up Gregorius. Had a backup give ground and throw pretty much from his backside to get him at first. Heck of a play. 4-3 Mariners. 1-0 here to Chooch. 2-0.
Green with a pretty good fastball. On average, it's 95 miles an hour. Cutter, slider, changeup to go with it.
Trying to pick up that run out there. 2-0 count. 3-0. Carlos, the eighth man to the plate here in the fourth inning for the Mariners.
21 appearances, a 1.66 ERA, 51 strikeouts over 11 walks. He's really pitched well for New York this year.
Look out, the bat, look out.
Somebody caught it.
Wow.
No batting glove on the top hand. Not able to hold on to it. Goes up into the seats.
Boy, thankfully nobody got hurt. Wow. 3-1 to Carlos. 2 outs. 4 runs in. Pitch. Full count.
Come on, Carlos. You got this, baby.
.38-year-old Carlos Ruiz. Game number 37 for him. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out, but the Mariners do big work in the fourth inning. Gamel a 2-run single. Heredia a 2-run double. As 8 men come to the plate. And the Mariners have taken the lead here in the fourth inning. It's 4-3 Mariners over the Yankees. with this shot right here as the Yankees and Mariners battle here. Mariners with a 4-3 lead. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Aaron Judge leads off. It's like Mickey Mantle in his prime. Don't miss an AB.
I thought it was interesting seeing the little kid wearing the Mantle jersey and dad wearing the Judge jersey.
Props to the dad for showing him the greats who have come before him. Yeah, history, a little bit before my time, but you need, if you're going to be a baseball fan, you need to know about the old Met.
That's a good point. I agree. For Gallardo, 3 runs, all of them solo home runs so far. The Yankees have not been able to bunch hits on him.
Well, you and I talk about it all the time. He always has a hiccup inning. He's had 3 burps.
Yeah, there you go. Pazos getting loose out in the pen. I mentioned that Gallardo has been pitching out of the bullpen himself over the last month. He's at 70 pitches now.
2-1 to Judge.
And with the Mariners having the lead, needing to win these games, everything changes.
Mariners 2.5 behind the Yankees and Tampa Bay starting today. Tampa Bay's already lost. Kansas City and Minnesota. They're a game out of the wild card.
I think Scott would like to get 90 to 100 pitches out of him, but if he gets in any trouble at all, he's going to go to his bullpen. Bullpen has been terrific for him.
Man, how about adding Phelps last night? That was great. Swing and a miss. And Aaron Judge strikes out. A big K for Giovanni Gallardo. That's his 4th strikeout this afternoon.
It looks like he gets the strikeout on a pretty good breaking ball. We were talking about Judge in his first at bat, how he really hasn't chased anything out of the strike zone, and this is right at the bottom of the strike zone. Gets him to chase, swing right over the top of it. There it is, 12-6 curveball.
It's blocked there by Carlos Ruiz.
Well located pitch.
Gary Sanchez chops it off the plate, foul. See Giovanni after the boys put up a 4 spot. Breeze through this inning. Easier said than done against 3, 4, and 5, but it'd be nice to hang a 0 up. 0-1. Gallardo's been around Milwaukee, Texas, Baltimore. It's hit a long way and going foul. Sanchez is in the home run derby a couple of weeks ago in the All-Star game.
14 home runs on the year.
Giovanni here through 5, have him eligible for the win. There you go. Back-to-back strikeout. Second time he's got Sanchez. 5 on the afternoon. Another I-95 area team comes into Seattle tomorrow. Our Central Link What's Next. The Boston Red Sox with Eduardo Rodriguez goes against James Paxton, the Mariners top winner. Drew Pomerant's been on a roll. Goes against Felix, a terrific matchup there. And then Chris Sale, the all-star starter, twice already in his career with 2 different teams, goes against Andrew Moore.
And all those left-handers already going to get some playing time.
Well, stroke center field. Speaking of Heredia. And there's the inning that the Mariners and Giovanni Gallardo were looking for. A 1-2-3-5. He's eligible for the W here as he corrals the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Yankees. Segura, Valencia, and Cano coming your way upon our return. 4-3 Mariners. Big fourth inning. 4 runs on 4 hits. 2-run single Ben Gamble. 2-run double by Guillermo Heredia. Here's Segura. See him get back on the hit parade here. 0 for 2 today. 0 for his last 13.
Well, Dave, you were talking about it. Gallardo, a quick 1-2-3 inning. Get the lineup back up there, right at the top of the lineup with Segura. Up reliever in Chad Green.
Frazier throws him out. Really encouraging to see Ivani go strikeout, line out. That was really good. The Link Light Rail is the easiest way to get to Safeco Field, and this Saturday you can ride for free from the Angle Lake Station. For the game against the New York Mets, the Mariner Moose will be at the Angle Lake Station, handing out free day passes from 11 till noon. Parking's free, so take the train to the game. Terrific offering. Here's Danny Valencia.
Danny with a base hit. His last time up, line drive into right field, scored a run.
First time he's seeing Chad Green. Caleb Smith, young man for the Yankees. Pitched scoreless ball through 3 innings, and then the Mariners got to him in the 4th. Two balls, 1 strike.
Chad Green, you can see the 1.25 ERA. Really pitched well. Has a good slider. His fastball again at 95 miles an hour.
We'll see plenty of Kimbrel and Kelly the next 2 to 3 days.
96.
A lot of power arms in this Yankee bullpen. 2-2 here to Danny. Full count. Robbie Cano's on deck. 1 for 2 of the runs scored today. And Sanchez holds on to the foul tip. Strikeout for Green, his second. 2 away here in the 5th.
Robinson Cano has not missed too many fastballs lately, so hopefully he can handle Green's fastball this afternoon.
And these youngsters are reading the book by Angie's husband, Jared Mentink, Rise with King Felix. Reminds me of the Reading Rainbow days.
That's great.
Remember my mother, you got to get a library card. Here it is. Let's go. We'll get a couple of books. Oh, 1-2 Cano, time call. How about this? Baltimore beat Houston 9-7. Orioles got a run in the 7th and 2 in the 8th. Oakland beat the Mets 3-2. A's scored a run in the 7th and held on. One and 1 to Robbie. 2-1. Talked about this multiple times. He had the tough road trip, had 3 hits. He's bounced back in a big way. He's got 7 hits in this 4-game series here against the Yankees, his old team.
He always does.
Big home run last night. He's got a good situation here. 2 out, 3-1 pitch. Infielders shift over more to the right now. The second baseman Wade backs up in the short right field. Gregorius moves over to his left, and so does the third baseman Frazier.
There was a fastball away from him last night. Hit it out the left field, hit into the bullpen, the Yankees bullpen, for his 19th home run.
And it goes that way again, but Frazier waiting for it. Didn't get enough lift. The 1-2-3 fifth. Mariners are done, but they lead by 1, 4-3. Gallardo back in the starting rotation. And we were talking about it before the game and asked Mike to make a little bit of prediction.
I was hoping to get 5 or 6 out of him today. Again, he's been in the bullpen for about a month, so he's able to get the 5 innings. I think he probably could have gotten more, but it's a 1-run ballgame. Now that they have the lead, Scott Servais' bullpen is well rested, and you can see the numbers for him. 5 hits, 3 runs. They were in the 3 solo home runs. He did have 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 78 pitches for him.
78 and 47 strikes. James Pazos takes over.
Hard throwing left-hander, fastball mid to upper 90s with a slider. This will be his 39th appearance on the year. 2-2 record, a 3.41 ERA, 44 strikeouts in 37 innings that he has pitched, 15 walks. Opponent's hitting just .229 against him.
It's our 76 driving spirit. Pazos to face D.D. Gregorius. 2 for 2, couple of home runs.
The Yankees hitting star this afternoon. Both home runs to right field, one on a breaking ball, the other on a fastball.
First pitch from Pazos, strike 1. Pazos, 13th round pick. An amateur draft back in 2012 by the Yankees. Came over last year from them. Talking to some of the Yankee people about Pazos, and you and I had discussed back in spring training how he made that switch about midway. Yeah, you got the good fastball. Show me what you can do with the secondary stuff. And boy, he tightened it up.
He really did. And you mentioned about that time I had a conversation with Mel Stottlemyre Jr. and obviously likes his arm a lot. Pretty good fastball right there at 94 on the outside corner, but doesn't get the call. It's too bad. It's a good pitch. But Mel thought he just needed to get to the point to where he was repeating his delivery, and we weren't sure how that was going to look like at the start of the year. But really, outside of maybe 2 outings,
right,
he's been pretty solid.
Steven Strasburg left apparent injury. My goodness, 2 elite pitchers going down today, Strasburg and Kershaw.
Good fastball from Pazos at 97 miles an hour. He feels good this afternoon.
Games out of Gilbert, Arizona and the University of San Diego. 2-2 pitch. Worked the full count. Gregorius followed by Chase Headley and Todd Frazier. Wind continues to blow left to right here at Safeco Field. 3-2 pitch. Head right to Cano. Nice play. 1 away. 1 down here in the Yankees 6. Make your voice heard. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag RootFanFave each month. One lucky fan's going to win a Coors Light mini fridge just for participating. So check out your official rules. Go to rootsports.com. Chase Headley, switch hitter, batting right-handed against the lefty James Pazos. Walk and lined out deep to right center field. Heater at 97, couldn't catch up.
It feels pretty good today. He's well rested. That's 53 games for the Mariners bullpen. A 2.65 ERA. That's the best in the major leagues over that time. You can see why Scott Servais went to them right away with a 1-run lead.
Pazos pitched in Thursday night's game. Pitched a third of an inning. Gave up a hit and a run. Here comes the 1-1. missed. A 4-3 Mariner lead. If you're just joining us, you missed a tremendous fourth inning. Guys at the bottom of the order. Gamble a 2-run single, followed by Heredia, a 2-run double. Erased a 3-0 lead. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss way out front.
Good slider right underneath his hands.
James trying to put him away. 2-2. Ooh, man. Able to check, was just off the plate. A good pitcher's pitch.
A good fastball.
Remarkable that he was able to check that swing.
You understand Scott Service, he wanted the call. The Yankees are such a dangerous lineup. Any borderline pitch you want to get the call on. Don't give them any extra chances.
Pay it off right here. 3-2. And on his hands again. He's able to get a piece.
Right on the inside corner. Tied him up with it. 96 miles an hour. So far he's topped out at 97.
Looking for out number 2 here in the 6th. 3-2 pitch. Fouled it off.
He was just burying that fastball in on his hands.
Stay with that scouting report.
Yeah. It's 3 pitches in a row, almost in the same area. And take a look at it.
Todd Frazier's on deck for New York. Yankees got a home run from Gardner to lead it off. Home runs by Gregorius in the 2nd and the 4th with their 3. 3-2 pitch here to Headley. Almost hit him, ball 4. Second time Headley has worked a walk today. Russell Wilson, Seahawks quarterback, in town. Got the good front row seats. Wife Sierra there. Football camp. Today's what, the 23rd. Those boys will be getting ready for the grind in the next week or so. Wilson drafted by the Texas Rangers. Was it last year or year before last? He spent a little bit of time in their spring training camp.
I think it was 2 years ago. Pazos missing away that time, and Ruiz quickly out to the mound. Nobody getting loose in the Mariner pen.
Todd Frazier last week at this time battling the Mariners as a Chicago White Sox third baseman. He was expecting some kind of movement, and it happened.
As soon as I say that nobody's getting loose, Tony Zick just starting to play catch out in the pen. There's Tony.
Tony got the win last night.
Really threw the ball well last night too. Fastball at 96 with some sink to it, the hard slider.
Struck out Clint Frazier looking, Aaron Judge looking, and got Matt Holliday to ground out in the 10th inning. 2-0. Pazos having a hard time here.
And 17 pitches, 7 strikes for him. Not close to the ratio that you want to see. Frazier 16 home runs on the year. They'll let him swing if he wants to.
He hit 40 last year, good for 6th in the American League. 3-0 pitch. Pazos does not have it today.
Mel on his way out to the mound.
Tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. This season, former and current members of the U.S. Armed Forces, they're able to take advantage of the EQC military discount. With the military ID, you're going to receive 10% off select seats at nearly every home game. Tickets are available only at the Safeco Field box office.
Ronald Torreyes going to pinch hit. He'll hit for Wade. Base hit last night, tie the game up. Talking about earlier. Facing Diaz, and it was a slider down and away from him, and ended up throwing his bat at it.
This was remarkable. Kept the bat alive.
Yeah. And then on the next pitch, fastball in on his hands, lines it into left field. That'll tie up the game as Ellsbury will come around, slide into home.
David, that was a real deflating moment there. But nice to see the Mariners be able to bounce back because they're a strike away from putting that one in the books.
They came right back.
Pazos needs a double play here. Torreyes, tough little hitter. Hurt the Mariners with 2 doubles last year. And in last night's game, drove in 2 runs with that RBI single we just showed you, plus a sacrifice fly in the 5th. So he'll stay on and play at second base. This is pinch hitting for Tyler Wade. Breaking ball, no. 1-1. Pazos got up to a decent start, worked the 3-2 count to Gregorius, got him to ground out the Cano, but trouble since then walking Headley and Frazier. 3-2 counts and a 3-0 count. He's 1-1 here. And Torreyes does it again to the Mariners. Haniger got to throw all the way home and showing it off. But got the feel back in the hand there with the finger. If I could surprise Valencia. The bases are loaded. Torreyes with another hit against the Mariners.
They were holding Headley up the entire time. Haniger was not playing deep with Torreyes hitting. Inside out swing, ground ball through the right side of the infield. Haniger gets to it quickly, and that's the reason why they were holding him up. Didn't have a chance to send him.
Joe Espada, third base coach. Best throw we've seen Mitch have or make since his finger injury in the index finger. Now you bring up Gardner. He homered to lead off the game on a 1-0 pitch against Gallardo. Mariners clinging now, 4-3 lead. Bases loaded, 1 out.
I think this will be the last hitter for Pazos. Tony Zick looks like he's ready to go in the pen. Nothing but right-handed hitters after him. Frazier, Judge, Sanchez, all righties.
Gardner 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. Gardner 0 for 1 against James Pazos. Segura and Cano ready for double play action. The 0-1. Took a lot off. It's in there for a strike.
Slider 82 miles an hour right on the outside corner. Good pitch.
Gardner 33 years old now in his 10th year in the league, all with the Yankees. Pazos has the edge right now, 0-2. Bases loaded, 1 out. 1-run Mariner lead. Pazos pitches, swung on left field, coming on Gamble. No, can't get it. Scoring is Headley. Everybody up 90 feet, tied ball game. Good effort. Gardner hurts the Mariners again, this time in the 6th. Terrific effort by Ben, just could not get there.
I'll show the replay of it. Line drive, slicing away from him. Scott Service on his way out to the mound. As you look at the diving effort by Ben Gamel. Good news, at least he knocked it down a little bit, kept it next to him, so they weren't able to score more than just the one.
That's a tough one for the Mariners and Giovanni Gallardo, who is in line to possibly win this ball game. A bad outing for James Pazos. Tony Zych will take over. 4-4 ball game, trying to keep it that way. Blue sky and sunshine here at Safeco Field in Seattle. Stick around after the game to watch a new episode of Mariners All Access. Get exclusive player interviews, behind the scenes footage, and Mariners stories you can't find anywhere else. And if you missed today's episode, tune in for re-airs throughout the week on Root Sports. For your local programming schedule, visit rootsports.com. Well, Brett Gardner twice now has done some damage to the Mariners. RBI single right here. Great effort by Gamble. And second RBI today for Gardner, who led off the ballgame with a home run. Good sellout there by Ben. And
again, fortunate to get his glove on it. Kept the Yankees from scoring more than just the one run. The bases are still loaded. Just the one out. Tony Zych, this will be his 35th appearance on the year. ERA just over 2. 27 strikeouts, over 15 walks, Bones hitting 189. Fastball 95 miles an hour with some sink to it, and a slider.
Last night was the first time he and Clint Frazier battled. Tony struck him out looking at a 2-2 pitch in the 10th to lead off. Needs to get him here. First pitch strike.
Let's go, Zach.
Mariners 2.5 behind the Yankees in a wild card chase. They need this game. Look out. Slipped out of his hands. 1-1. Clint Frazier up there with the bases loaded and one out. 1-1 pitch. There's base hit to left. Todd Frazier scores. Torres right behind him. Gardner to third. 2-run double Clint Frazier. Yankees have the lead. 6-4 New York.
Going to jam him a little bit. Soft line drive right over Kyle's head. Talked about with the Yankees and pretty good offensive club. Rapazos gets the ground ball as they put Judge on. And a couple of walks really hurt.
2 walks have scored. Headley and Frazier. Judge walked for the second time today, first time intentionally. The bases are loaded again, this time for Gary Sanchez. He's grounded out, struck out twice. He's the 8th man to the plate here in the 6th. Mariners sent 8 men to the plate in the 4th, scored 4 runs on 4 hits. Breaking ball for a strike. Sanchez with a base hit against Tony Sick. 1 for 1. A 1 pitch. Popped it up. Robbie will back up. Infield fly rule in effect. Gets it back in. 2 down. Needed that out. And now Matt Holliday, 9th man to the plate here in the 6th. Holliday 0 for 2 against Tony this afternoon. Matt 0 for 3.
Mariners playing him straight up. Cano cheating towards the middle.
Want to know to Matt. Started it at Holliday and gets a strike.
We'll see that quite a bit from Tony. Many pitchers will try to throw the slider on the inner half of the plate, but he does it all the time.
One missed. Need that 3rd out. 3 runs on the board. Base is still loaded. Hit right to Robbie. Throw over to first to retire Holliday. 9 men to the plate. 3 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. 2 walks were in that inning. 3 walks in that inning and 2 scored. It's a 6-4 Yankee lead. Yankees on top of the Mariners, and Dave Valley joins us right now from our Ford Sports Desk. Val, what are you seeing with James Pazos? He's been struggling this month.
Yeah, I think, it always comes down to command with his fastball and working ahead in the count. But I think he's going to be able to work his way out of it. He's got such a power arm and such tremendous ceiling for this young man. I think he's going to figure it out and get it going again.
Val, can you talk a little bit about Nelson Cruz? Nelson with the big hit last night. He has 9 walk-off hits in his career, and you start to look at him. Late start for him, but boy, he has just been tremendous for the Mariners.
Yeah, Blow, he's one of those guys. As you know, he's the American League leader in RBIs, and it always amazes me, like a lot of people nowadays in the sabermetric world don't give a lot of validity to RBIs. And I'm going, I just don't get that concept, because it takes a special mindset to be able to do that and perform and execute day in and day out with runners in scoring position. We talk about runners in scoring position every day, right? The Mariners a couple of nights ago, they were 2 for 14. Well, that's why they lost. But you get a guy like Nelson Cruz up there who knows how to deliver when there's runners in scoring position, when the other opposing team is saying, hey, I can't pitch to this guy because he's leading the American League in RBIs, yet he's still able to work it and get his pitch and come up with that big base hit. So, to me, a guy like Nelson Cruz is so valuable to a championship ball club because he can get it done when it counts.
Yeah, and to your point, everybody talks about, well, he's getting more opportunities this year, and all that is well and good, but I think you also have to look at the fact that he's hitting 360 in those situations, along with the power that he has.
Yeah, 360, you start thinking about that. I go back to the different guys that you and I have played with, whether it was Edgar or whether it was Junior, guys that just found a different gear when it mattered. And I think we're seeing that with both Robbie Cano and Nelson Cruz. Ever since Nelson joined here, he's been performing at such an incredibly high level. So it's not a surprise when you saw that last night. Robbie gets walked, Nelly walks up there. He's able to slow everything down and get the job done.
Val, thanks so much, my man. We'll catch you on Mariners Postgame presented by Alaska Airlines. You and Brad Adam. Great work as always. One out here in the 6th.
Well, this is something that we've talked about, Dave, in this series. When you look at the trade that the Yankees made, a couple of relievers and to their bullpen, a lot of power arms out there right now. You're looking at Chad Green in his fastball 95-96. Betances getting loose out in the pen right now. Going to be tough for the guys. They were able to come back a couple of times last night, but it makes it difficult when you have to go up against arms like that.
And it's impressive. This kid, he's a multiple inning guy.
Right.
Torres did stay in the game as we expected at second base. One to Kyle. Second inning, double to right, strikeout in the 4th. Mariners got him loaded up. He struck out, and Henniger fouled out, but Gamble and Heredia picked up the torch. A little late, 1-2. Third baseman Frazier now on the right side of the infield. Done that every time Kyle has gotten 2 strikes in this series.
He's trying to keep the ball away from him. Good fastball at 96.
Right into the shift, there's Torres in short right field. 2 outs here in the Mariners 6th. Elio Pagan starting to heat up for the Mariners.
He has really thrown the ball well for the Mariners. In multiple innings. It's the job that he has now. Mitch Haniger 0 for 2, a couple flyouts for Mitch.
Pagan 3 innings on Friday night. 2 hit balls, shutout ball. Strike 1 to Mitch. Mariners' first hit was a Seager double in the 2nd. Went scoreless in the 3rd. Big 4th inning, 4 runs on 4 hits. And in difficulties right now is Green. Tied all 6 men that he's faced. Ahead of Haniger, 0-2. Ball one. One-two pitch. Sanchez and most of the infielders are headed towards the dugout.
And you can see why where that pitch is in the middle of the plate. So a break for Haniger. Hopefully he'll take advantage of it. You're right, the infielders were taking off the field too.
Tom Woodring, home plate umpire today. 2-2 pitch, probably go right back there. Nope. 3-2.
Right to.
Mitch can get aboard here. Ben Gamel's on deck. 3-2 from Chad Green. Green 6'3", 210. Out of Louisville, University of Louisville.
He's been giving Mitch a steady diet of 96 on the outer half of the plate.
Yep. Second year in the bigs. 2-4 last year with a 4.73 ERA in 12 games, 8 starts, and this one popped up and it gets out of play. 12 games last year, 8 starts. 45 2/3 innings, 52 strikeouts, 15 walks. Here we go again, 3-2. Here comes Gardner. He's got his sunglasses on. Stays with it, makes the play. 7 up, 7 down at the hands of Chad Green coming out of the bullpen for the Yankees, who lead at 6-4. Seattle Mariners baseball here in Root Sports is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Come try the sweet or spicy barbecue bacon cheeseburger combo for $4.99, limited time only. By BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. And by CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. Like Place Market, not much going on right now. A lot of action down here at the ballpark, where the Yankees have the lead. 6-4, and Emilio Pagan's going to take over.
And for Pagan, this will be his 8th appearance. ERA right at 3. 16 strikeouts in 18 innings for him. Opponent's hitting just 167. He's given up 1 home run. Fastball, slider, changeup for him. His fastball on average right around 94 miles an hour.
Pagan to face Gregorius, Headley, and Frazier. 6, 7, and 8 in the order. Nice work by Pagan Thursday night. Felix make that Andrew Moore. On Friday night, Moore went 6 and Pagan came in and did the last 3. Gave up 2 hits, walked 1, struck out 1. Two home runs and a ground out for Gregorius. Guillermo battling the sun, sunglasses on. 1 down.
Nice job using his glove to shade his eyes, along with having the sunglasses. Sometimes you can turn a little bit too, create an angle. You can see the shade on his eyes. That's perfect right there. And a great look.
One away here in the top of the 7th. Brings up Chase Headley, first baseman. Walk, lined out to center, right center field. Walked and scored. Yankees have had 3 home runs, 2 by Gregorius, 1 by Gardner. Gardner added a RBI single in the 6th. Brent Frazier 2-run double in the 6th. Yankees batting around in that frame, 3 rounds on 3 hits, and they left the bases loaded. Ball 2 strikes.
Good fastball in on his hands at 93 miles an hour, right on the inside corner. Something that we've seen from Pagan. He's not afraid to pitch inside.
Ball 2 strikes. Fourth outing this month for Pagan. Pitched at the White Sox, at Houston on this most recent trip. The Yankees are now tonight, this afternoon rather. That's some trouble. All the way to the track. Bobbled by Heredia, holding at second. Headley with the double, his 22nd. His homestand continues. The Boston Red Sox coming to town. Here's a look at your starters. Rodriguez against Paxton, Pomerantz, and Hernandez, Sale, and Moore. Red Sox in first place in the East, starting today, 3.5 on top of the Yankees. Boston losing at the Angels this afternoon, 3-2. Final score: Luis Valbuena solo home run, bottom 7, and it stood up. Bud Norris picked up his 15th save. Frazier 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored today. Todd Frazier. In and out of the glove of Ruiz, and advancing to third is Headley.
I don't think that's a pass ball.
1-1 to count.
A pretty good slider that was just off the outside corner. The Yankees 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position this afternoon. It is a pass ball.
And from official scorer Dan Peterson. 1-1 is the count to Todd Frazier.
Infield playing in for the Mariners.
2-1. 2-1 pitch. Missed. Yankees with 9 hits, 6 of them for extra bases. 3 homers, 3 doubles, and 3 singles.
Torres waiting on deck.
Three and 2 now with that breaking ball. Beautiful day, wind blowing in from left field across to right field. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, getting much needed strikeout for Emilio Pagan. There's 2 down. Here in the 7th, that's his first K. Hey fans, as we continue our annual Ultimate Northwest Fan Contest this season, we'd like to extend an invitation to all Northwest sports fans to join us over Labor Day weekend here at Safeco Field. Receive a view level ticket of your choice and an Ultimate Northwest t-shirt for just $17, a box level seat, and a t-shirt for $36. Purchased through the special offer. For details, visit mariners.com/ultimate. Torres with a base hit. Pinch hitter for Tyler Wade back in the 6th.
Base hit through the right side of the infield.
Yes, man.
Going quickly ahead. Torres with a base hit in the left field last night as a pinch hitter. Came off the bench again today and had the base hit to right. Tough on the Mariners.
I'm trying to keep that runner at 3rd. That's Headley. 2 outs. He's ahead 0-2.
Staying with that breaking ball. I haven't thrown him a fastball yet.
Mariners will have the bottom 3rd of their order in the home 7th. Gamble, Heredia, and Ruiz. 6 runs on 9 hits for New York. 4 runs, 5 hits for Seattle. Mariners have stranded 2. Yankees have left 8 on base. The Red Sox, they lose at the Angels 3-2. And the Mets, the next team in after Boston. Oakland 3-2. Winning in New York. Here goes 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 big ones by Emilio Pagan. Strands a runner at 3rd. We go to the home 7th. Mariners need to get going here. 6-4 lead for the Yankees. Keep it right here for God Bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" here on this Sunday, we ask that you please rise and direct your attention to the area behind home plate. Presenting God Bless America. Please welcome back Pete Taylor from the Marysville Fire Department.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Sure, you can buy some peanuts and Cracker Jacks, but what else could you buy with Washington's lottery win? Play today to find out. Beautiful day here in Seattle. Yankees rallied with a 3-spot in the 6th inning to take a 6-4 lead as we take a look at our Columbia Bank difference in the ball game. And Chad Green, Mike, this guy was really good.
Yeah, a lot of power arms out in the bullpen. Chad Green, not known as well as most, but really pitched well. Fastball at 96 miles an hour today. Also able to use a slider and a little cutter. Occasional changeup from him. It's a deep bullpen, and the Mariners are taking another look at it. Betances will take over for him. Hard-throwing right-hander. His average fastball this year, 98 miles an hour with a curveball.
Looks like they recruit with height requirements. 98 miles an hour. Betances.
Overall, 37 appearances for him, a 2.7 ERA. 62 strikeouts and 33 in a third, posting just 154. Coming into this series, he was having some issues with the strike zone, and now behind 2-0. His fastball command just hasn't been there for him. Still has the good curveball.
Yeah, they were saying that going into the All-Star break and even in the All-Star game. We were in New York last year. Mariners took 2 out of 3. But I remember in one game the Mariners lost, and another game where they got shut down. Miller and Betances came in and they were lights out. 2-2.
Right for Ben. Pretty good curveball at the bottom of the strike zone.
3-2 count. Big moment for Ben. Back in the 4th. Knocked in 2 with a base hit to right. Up the middle. Gregorius right there. Dug out by Headley, and Headley, a third baseman by trade, left too much body exposed there. Takes a look back at Gamble, but hey, you gotta do a better job protecting yourself there. Certainly no malice was intended. Stare down.
Well, it makes the play. It crosses over that line, and that's when Ben, always hustling, runs into him. You can see him covering the line. It still hits the outside part of the bag. There's just nowhere for him to go.
Correct.
Fortunate that both of them are okay.
Already a 2-run double last time.
100 miles an hour.
Betances 6'8", 265. Out of Brooklyn, New York. What a 1 to count. Already up. Getting his first look at Dylan Betances. Back. Like, what a trend in baseball, right? These big guys can throw hard for an inning, and don't just get one. Get about 4 or 5 of them.
Well, and it seems that every bullpen has at least a couple guys that are throwing upper 90s, maybe touching 100.
1-2 strikes. Ready to be followed by Carlos Ruiz.
Tends to get a little bit frustrated with the home plate umpire. He's not getting the low strike.
Tom Woodring is behind the plate. 2-2 pitch. Mariners were down 2-0 after 2. Gardner led off the game with a home run. 2nd inning, Gregorius homered. 4th inning, Gregorius homered again, so it's 3-0. You go bottom 4. Then the Mariners, they get the job done. 8 men to the plate, 4 runs on 4 hits. 2-run single, Gamble, 2-run double Heredia for the 4-3 lead, but then they gave it back in the 6th. Pazos came on, and 2 of the walks that he allowed, they came around to score. 2-2. Judge taking a look. Got nothing. Gardner with an RBI single to left. Clint Frazier doubled in 2 to left. 3 runs on 3 hits, and they left the bases loaded. 9 men to the plate in the Yankees 6th. Strike 3 call. 2 down. At triple figures. 2 down here in the 7th, and my own Mariners. Alaska Airlines has teamed up with the Mariners in a Northwest scavenger hunt with big-time prizes. The hunt is on right now. Find Mariner Moose bobbleheads by following at Alaska Air on Twitter and looking for the hashtag #MyOldMariners clues. And you could win premium tickets, air travel, and even a one-night hotel stay. So good luck. Strike 1. Carlos Ruiz.
Chances with a good curveball today, and he is throwing hard. 98 to 100 miles an hour.
One, 2. Chapman's their closer, and he's been struggling, but he's still popping triple figures. 0-2. Popping that glove. The high school in Brooklyn, as mentioned the other day, played with former Mariner James Jones. Breaking ball, no. 2-2. Tansis, a 4-time All-Star each of the last 4 seasons dating back to the 14 campaign. 2 outs and a 2-2 pitch to Chooch.
Another pitch at 99 miles an hour. Double on the outside corner. Nobody getting loose in either bullpen. Begun in the game for the Mariners.
29-year-old Dylan Betances battling 38-year-old Carlos Ruiz. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Hit deep to right center field. Gardner calls off Judge. He doesn't want that collision. Sliding catch in right center field. And a 1-2-3 7th. 6-4 Yankees. Today's T-Mobile Unlimited baseball break. Let's focus on Nick Vincent and what he's done. Mike, good stuff here.
I'm going to take a look at the 20 innings and 2/3 here at Safeco Field. 1-0 record, has not given up an earned run. 22 strikeouts, over 3 walks. Opponent's hitting 178 against Nick. He has really pitched well for him all year, but especially so here at Safeco.
Second inning for Emilio Pagan. It's Brett Gardner, top of the order.
2 for 4. Home run, his 17th on the year. Couple of RBIs for Gardner. Leadoff hitter having a good year for the Yankees.
Good crowd on hand, 38,503.
David Robertson starting to get loose in the pen for the Yankees.
Hit hard down the line, foul. Gardner swinging about well today. Here's Robertson. Pitched an inning last night, gave up the Robbie Cano home run, put the Mariners in front in the 8th inning. 0-2 here to Gardner.
Well, the Mariners in the bottom of the 8th be top of the lineup. Segura, Valencia, and then Cano.
It'll be interesting to see back-to-back nights of that matchup. Robertson and Robbie Cano foul back. Game number 100 for the Mariners. They're at 49-50. Yankees in game 97 at 50-46. As I mentioned earlier, the trade deadline coming up on the 31st. Interesting to see what moves. I'm listening to the Cleveland broadcast, Tom Hamilton and Jim Rosenberg. They were playing Toronto, and they were talking about Jay Happ. Maybe he gets moved again by last place Toronto. Ground ball, foul ball. Happ got tremendous run support last year, and his metrics this year about the same as they were last year when he won 20+ games. They're just not hitting for him. And Toronto just having a bad year.
They dealt with a bunch of injuries also this year.
Yeah, remember when we saw him? And earlier when I was driving in, Tulowitzki was out again. He's missed a lot of games this year. One-two pitch. Long run for Guillermo Heredia. Calling off Gamble, and he's there. Check with Angie Mentic.
Hey guys, thanks so much. Wondering where Mariner fans are watching this team today. Use the hashtag #WhereIRoot presented by Alaska Airlines and let us know what you're up to today. I really like this photo. It's over in Twin Falls, and that is the Twin Falls police chief there getting in his steps. That's a good way to get him in. And then we've got this one from Christina, the Harry Potter reference. Mariners Day playing those who should not be named. The hashtag uses #WhereIRoot presented by Alaska Airlines, and we could put your cute little kid on the air. But remember, when you use that hashtag presented by Alaska Airlines, it gives us permission to use that photo, guys.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Here is Clint Frazier. 2-run double to left, back in the 6th, 1 for 4. Baseball fans have done a good job coming out for this 4-game series.
They really have.
A total of 153,948. That's an average of 38,487. Swing and a miss, 2-1.
Another good fastball at the top of the strike zone. His fastball's been around 93, 94 today. Also had a pretty good breaking ball.
Two-one pitch. Count even now. Pagan, the third man out of the pen. Pazos and Zick preceded him. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Good stuff. That's the third strikeout for Pagan.
Went right after him. 3 fastballs in a row. Late swing. Bring up Aaron Judge. He's walked a couple of times today. One intentional.
First pitch to the Yankee big man. And it's a strike. Judge a fly to right, walk, strikeout, and an intentional pass. Judge starting today of the leader in homers, total bases, slugging, on base, and walks. Second in RBIs, tied for 6th in batting.
Let's go, Mariners!
1-1 pitch from Pagan.
Not with Pagan, his fastball 93, 94, but seems to get on the hitters. A lot of late swings on his fastball.
Ball at 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. Struck him out. Nice job, Emilio Pagan. 2 innings, 4 strikeouts. Bottom 8 coming your way. Gene Segura, Danny Valencia, and Robinson Cano. Top of the order for the Mariners. They're down by 2.
We're giving away 10,000 books today to everyone 14 and under. The book written by Jarrett Mintic, and yes, that is no coincidence. That is my husband. And the book is about anti-cyber bullying, and basically the Moose is getting bullied. And then I don't want to give away the end of the story, but what Felix Hernandez and Robinson Cano and Kyle Seager do as a result of seeing someone bullied online. And guys, the good news is that this book and things like it can start the critical conversations that parents and teachers really do need to have with their kids about what goes on online, because everybody knows that maybe you get bullied at school, but you could go home and you could get away from it and it's over. But the problem is with all this online bullying, it's really hard to get away from it. You never get away from it. And so this really kind of gives people a blueprint as to what to do if it happens to you and if you see it happens. Guys?
Well, Angie, thank you. And thank you to Jared. Congratulations to him, and send him our best. David Robertson, back-to-back nights. Got Gene Segura here. Gene 0 for 3, 0 for his last 14.
Well, Robertson, fastball, cutter, curve, change. His fastball at 92 miles an hour. His numbers this year: 2.8 ERA, 51 strikeouts, and 35 1/3. It's a common theme with the guys out in their bullpen. Opponents hitting 175. Pretty good arms.
A long way down the right field line, going foul. The Yankees had been in first place, and they start today 3.5 behind Boston. What do you think of their chances given this formula that they're working here with this bullpen?
Well, again, with the way that they swing it, if they have a lead after 5 or 6, it's going to be tough. So important to stay out in front of them.
Gregorius flips it over. One down here in the 8th.
We have Danny Valencia 1 for 3 today. Base hit back in the 4th inning, scored a run. Take a look at the East. The standings: Yankees are 3 behind Boston.
Boston lost earlier today.
Yep, Red Sox will be here tomorrow.
Yankee pitching has retired the last 11 hitters for the Mariners. Last base runner, Heredia, the 2-run double back in the 4th. Danny Valencia trying to change that. He's got a 1 for 3 day working. Scored a run back in the 4th.
Go, Danny. Go, baby. Baby. Whoa.
2-0 from Robertson. After some heat, couldn't catch it.
Chapman starting to get loose in the pen for the Yankees. Hard throwing left-hander.
2-1. Fouled into the glove. 2 balls, 2 strikes. David Robertson. He is Alabama through and through. Born in Birmingham and played at the University of Alabama. As you look at Chapman. Swing and a miss. What a pitch that was. A strikeout. Let's revisit last night. Big moment. Robbie Cano, first pitch he saw from Robertson. And that pitch, I mean, that's a pitcher's pitch.
Very good pitch. Probably just off the outside corner. Hit the other way. His 19th home run.
This comment says it all. As good as I can throw it, tip your hat. A really good hitter. See what this first pitch brings. And hard, but right to the second baseman, Torres, and a 1-2-3 8th inning. 13 consecutive hitters retired by Yankee pitching. They lead 6-4 as we go to the 9th. Yankees with a 6-4 lead. They exploded for 3 runs in the 6th inning. Overtake the Mariners. Here's a look at what's coming up next. Brought to you by CenturyLink. Boston Red Sox come to town and come in off a loss at the Angels today. Rodriguez, Paxton, and we'll get things started tomorrow. Pagan gives up a pitch driven deep to left, and Gemmell bangs into the Fred Hux side, makes the play. Here's 1 down. Like an all-arm swing by Gary Sanchez, the Yankee catcher.
Off-speed pitch. He was just out in front of it a little bit. Just enough so that Ben could make the catch. Holiday 0 for 4 today. A couple of flyouts to center field. Ground out back in the 6th inning.
God's retired 7 of the 8 men that he's faced, giving up 1 base hit, a double to Headley in the 7th inning. He's turned into that. 2-0. Mariners' noise offensively was all in the 4th inning. 8 men to the plate, 4 runs on 4 hits.
We'll take a look at it. Diving out there a little bit. And a running fastball right around his chin.
(2-0). 3-0. Mariners in the bottom of the 9th, middle of the order. Cruz, Seager, and Haniger down by 2. There's a 3-0. Holiday tried to power that one out of here.
Yeah, again, late on the fastball. Pagan's fastball today, 93 to 94 miles an hour.
Walked him. For Pagan, his first walk against 4 strikeouts. And I'll bring up Gregorius, the shortstop. First 2 at bats he homered. Next 2 at bats, a ground out and a fly out. And Jacoby Ellsbury.
Not sure what the holdup is now.
So Jacoby Ellsbury. Pinch run. Steve Cishek heating up.
Well, for Pagan, 40 pitches, 25 strikes.
Pop-up. Haniger calls off Cano. 2 away. So 2 outs, and it brings up Chase Headley. He's recorded the only hit against Pagan. Pagan came on in the 7th. See how they go after him here. Cano out in short right field. First pitch here to Headley. Ellsbury, his time has really been reduced with the emergence of Clint Frazier. Ellsbury hitting .249, 4 home runs, 17 runs batted in 57 games, 12 out of 14 in base stealing.
Yeah, Gunn will have to pay attention to him over at first.
Ellsbury scored a run in the ninth and last night's game. Sent the game into extra innings. Came in as a pinch runner for Gregorius last night. Swing and a miss. Ellsbury, pretty good lead, 0-1, and a throw over.
Looked like he was leaning a little bit too.
Yes, indeed.
Ready to go.
Here's the 0-1. He went after it hard. Pagan struck out 4, walked 1 so far.
A couple of off-speed pitches to him. Quickly ahead 0-2.
Well, hopefully the Mariners can get something done against Chapman. You see him, he's at the ready on the left, and Cishek preparing on the right. 0-2 here. Runner at first, 2 outs. God, taking a lot of time here.
Doing the right thing, though. You have to keep him over there. It'll be tough enough where the Mariners are at right now, 6-4. You do not want to give him a chance to get another run on him, especially with Chapman getting loose in the pen. So you have to keep him close at first.
Segura and Cano out on the grass on the right side. 0-2 pitch outside. Ellsbury gets his lead. 1-2 pitch coming to Headley. And down the right field line. Motoring is Ellsbury. Joe Espada waving him on. Here comes Ellsbury. Here comes a throw to the plate. Chooch is right there. They got him.
They're going to hold him up. Great relay by the Mariners. Nicely done. Mitch Haniger getting to the ball and getting it back into Cano quickly. Strong throw by Robbie. Great play.
Good operation by the Mariners. A double and then to put out 9-4-2. Chooch right there. And he gets him. They keep it a 2-run deficit. Nice job by Chooch to crawl across that plate. Go get him, big fella. Well done. Coming off Cruz, Seager, Haniger down by 2, bottom 9 straight ahead.
by Alaska Airlines. Jeff checks in. He says, I love her despite her choice of teams. We all do have to make choices, Jeff. Looks like a good gal, just a very bad hat. Once again, the hashtag to use is Where I Root, presented by Alaska Airlines. Now, coming up on Mariners postgame, presented by Alaska Airlines, the Mariners no stranger to the come-from-behind win. They've still got time to get number 23 on the season in this series finale. At the conclusion, we're going to revisit Ben Gamel's success in this series. We'll get you inside the clubhouse for postgame reaction, and we will look ahead as the Mariners continue this homestand. Next up, the Boston Red Sox starting tomorrow night. So lots to cover after the final out, so stick around for Mariners postgame, presented by Alaska Airlines. Guys.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Mariners, 3 outs to play with, down 2 runs. Russell Wilson getting the crowd fired up here. Mariners seeing Yankee pitching retired the last 13 men. They're going to have to get it done against Aroldis Chapman here in the 9th.
Fastball, slider, changeup. His average fastball this year, 99.7 miles an hour. Overall this year, 28 appearances for him. 24 2/3, 37 strikeouts. He has walked 12 batters, yet to give up a home run.
Cruz 0 for 1 against him. And right back up the middle of his knee. Gregorius. Nelly digging there. He's aboard. They'll bring the tying run to the plate. I like that approach. Nothing to wait around for. You get something you can. He's going to throw a fastball, get after it, and he did.
Look for something out over the plate so you can get the barrel to it, and that's exactly what happens. Nelson hits it back to him. Looks like he hits him in the quad, just above the knee. Appears to be fine. It'll be an infield hit for Nelson.
Early extending his hitting streak to 4 games. Motter's going to pinch run for him. Chapman's okay. And it brings a tying run to the plate. Just like that. Taylor Motter out there. Fresh legs. Kyle Seager. Gonna face Chapman for the first time. To see Kyle get into one right here and tie this thing up. He's 1 for 3 today, a double to right, first time up. Oh, they got him picked off. Oh, brother.
That's a mistake that just can't happen.
Oh, jeez.
Down a couple of runs. He's not going anywhere.
Wow.
He's not trying to steal, just taking a secondary lead, and
out 1-3. Oh boy, that's as bad a running mistake, base running mistake, as we've seen all year, and there's been a lot of that, but not to that degree at this time of game. Yikes. 1 out.
The fastball at 100. Saw Chapman earlier in this series and hit 102 a couple of times.
Center field, going back. Gardner looking for it. It's at the base of the fence. Seager. He's at second base. And boy, does that base running mistake absolutely kill you after you see that. Goodness gracious.
So Chapman now a couple of base hits as you take a look at this. Fastball out over the plate. That's a big key when you're facing somebody that throws as hard as he does. Get it out over the plate. Try to put a good swing on it, and Kyle does. Short hops the fence out in center field.
Brings up Mitch Haniger. His first look at Aroldis Chapman. 0 for 3 day for Mitch. Way outside at 99. Makes a tying run at the plate. That hit by Seager, the 7th this afternoon for the Mariners. 1-0 pitch. And it gets past Gary Sanchez. Seager to third. Went right off his glove. That'll be a pass ball.
That will be a pass ball. 100 miles an hour. Looked like it was on the outside corner. Straight to the backstop. There it is. A setup. Middle away. Yeah, he just missed it. And I don't think he was crossed up either.
I agree. Boy, that base running mistake looms so large. Wow. Two and 0. Mitch, he's got a good count here. See if he can turn 100 around and ride one out of here. Tie this thing up. 2-0 pitch.
He tried to.
Yeah, he did. 2-1. Seager at third with one out. Now Chapman steps off. After 13 consecutive hitters go down, Mariners get an infield hit and a double and a runner picked off. 2-1. Out off. 2-2.
Fastball at 101. Middle in.
Right field coming on is Judge. No play.
First breaking ball from Chapman. It's been nothing but fastball so far from him. 8 pitches, 7 fastballs, and that breaking ball 89 miles an hour out over the plate. And here's another look at it. They want that pitch down. He leaves it in the middle of the plate.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at third. Haniger, the tying run at the plate. Chapman deals. Popped up. Two down.
This is Ben Gamble.
Hopefully this is a situation where the ex-Yankee farmhand will do some big boy damage here. They drove in 2 runs in the 4th inning. They scored 2 runs last night, going 2 for 5. Drove in a run, hit a homer, threw out a guy at second. And he's hit left-handers this year. He's going to have to dial it up here. First pitch.
I like that they're being aggressive with him.
Absolutely. Good call.
Yeah, no reason to wait around. As hard as he's throwing, you don't want to fall behind. Give yourself a chance early in the count. They were able to pick up a couple of hits to start this thing.
0-1 to Ben. He's got work to do here.
0-2 on that fastball.
Ooh, boy, look at that.
That's a different level.
You and I'll raise you.
Yeah, that's a different level.
Wow. Ben Gamble. Once a Yankee. 0-2 pitch. Chapman delivers up high. Ball 1.
103 on that fastball.
Chapman struck out 2 in his appearance on Thursday. He's 1-2 here to Gamble. 2 out. Runner at third. Pitch. Ball game over. Yankees win it 6-4 and take 3 out of 4 from the Mariners here in Seattle. And the Mariners drop 3.5 behind.